our Twitter. Let's see, switch over to the other Twitter. And then, oh, I need to find like a photo of us. You put all of our photos in that like one folder, right?
Yes.
We need to take more photos together.
I know.
Oh, this one's so cute. Okay, I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna post it to our Twitter. We're live streaming our podcast episode 48. Talking about heaven officials, blessing, chapter. What chapters are we
Hello,
on?
Tangarius and Leon. Welcome in.
Chapters 225.
225 to 229.
Then youtube.com/@BLHQ podcast. Okay, tweet.
Good.
Tweeted! And we're live. It was good. And I have my doc open? Question mark? Yes, it's here.
Yes.
Hello everyone, welcome, welcome.
Hello. Thank you, Tangarius. I dyed my hair.
How do you like it?
I like it. It's so pink. I've never had so much. The last time I dyed my hair pink, it was just the ends.
Yeah.
But now it's everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
It's gonna fade really nicely too. It's gonna match all of your stuff.
Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be lighter. Right now it's very bright. But yes, thank you everyone.
Okay, alright. We're doing 2 episodes today. And
We are.
this is our episode 48, which means that we are 4 episodes away from hitting 1 year.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, that's
1
not
year.
yeah, it's not including. I mean, we've already hit 1 year. I just don't have like a quantifiable date because we have a bunch of like extra episodes.
That's true.
But
Yeah.
officially 52 is 1 year. It's 52
Yay,
weeks.
52 weeks of recording. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. And did you see the thing I sent yesterday about like the new chapters that she added?
The rewrite that she's gonna be doing. Yeah, so MXTX is rewriting Heaven's official blessing and changing things and taking out characters and adding new scenes and changing a lot of stuff. So
Yeah.
that's gonna be crazy whenever that gets released.
Yeah, apparently it's already released in China, but I don't know if Seven Seas is gonna end up like reprinting.
Publishing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's to say? I guess it really depends on how it goes in China first to see how the reaction is before they make any decisions. Right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Yeah. How did your birthday stream go?
It was really fun. It was very chaotic. Megan came over for the weekend and we did some photo shoots and then we went to round one and we had dinner and then we tried baking a strawberry cake and she was very confident. I was not. And it so I don't know what it was. Maybe we didn't measure the sugar properly for the icing or we didn't wait for the cake to cool long enough, but everything just stank. And then when Megan tried to put whipped cream and write my name on the cake, the whipped cream was moldy and we didn't know, and so it contaminated the cake. And so we're just like, none of this is edible.
Oh
like,
no!
edible a little bit, like the whipped cream fucked it up. So we're just like, none, we throw the whole thing away.
Holy fuck, bro, that sucks!
Yeah. It's okay. Megan said that she's gonna read
Moldy.
it at home and she's gonna bring it to Akon.
Okay.
So I'll try it again at Akon. But she's gonna make it by herself without my help.
It was you. It was you all along.
Yeah. It was something. Yeah, I don't want to say it was my fault, but it's probably my fault. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Don't let you bake ever.
Never making that again. That was a mistake.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Big sad.
Oh. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. None for you.
No cake. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, but Kevin's coming over this weekend, so we're gonna do some more stuff.
Fun. That's good.
Yeah. You're going to anime?
Yes, and I'm not prepared because I've just been drowning in work. And then whenever I have like a little bit of time off, I'll play Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
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 Have so much work. I want to die. I have so much work to do.
Oh no. Yeah.
But it's fine. I love it so much. I just don't have time for my own stuff.
I feel that because I thought that when I came back from the trip, it would be kind of chill for a few days. I had like 3 days of chill, and like right now I'm looking at my calendar and it's like a lot. But it's okay. Staying busy is good.
Yeah,
I keep telling myself staying busy is good.
Okay, so just on my stream earlier, I made cream cheese garlic bread, Korean cream cheese garlic bread, and it's like the most delicious thing ever.
An interesting combination. I don't think I've had that before.
So good, and I think it's only Korean because I think restaurants in Korea made it. And I'm about to post pictures of it to our like Facebook and stuff, so you'll be able to see.
I'll go take a look.
Good. Holy shit.
Oh, Cara, welcome back. I hope you had a good time at EDC.
I want to go to EDC. It's like
I know,
in Vegas too.
I've never been to like a festival or like a rave before.
I don't know if we'll be able to handle it because it's like once you're in, you're in.
I'm very worried about a lot of people. I get very anxious around big crowds.
Yeah. Like, you can't leave. Yeah, you're just in it.
Like, I'm very, like, semi-claustrophobic, so, like, that's fun. Okay. But I like the outfits, and I don't know.
Yeah!
It looks fun.
I love the outfits. But honestly, I also really like Ren Fair. I like Ren Fair because the outfits at Ren Fair are crazier.
I love Ren Fair, yeah. I'm gonna go to Ren Fair this year because in Texas we have our big one in the fall, like in November, because it goes through Halloween through Christmas.
Ooh.
So it's like all the like later half of the year.
Nice.
So yeah, I really want to go.
Nice.
Oh, the VIP area. Wow, Carter, did you go to the VIP area? That's less claustrophobic, I'm assuming.
Oh my god, yeah. Okay, so I just texted you photos of the bread, and this is my last slice that I'm going to eat.
You ate all of them already?
It's like I ate one whole roll to myself.
That looks very like bakery quality.
It's so good.
Wow.
The cream cheese is sweetened.
You're like really leveling up. I want to eat this.
It's so good. It's sweet. It's garlicky, and then the outside is like nice and hard, so the middle is like super fluffy and soft.
That sounds good.
It's so good. I'm dead. It's so good.
I have a boba order being delivered, so I'm waiting for that for dinner.
Oh my god, I'm dead. It's so good. It's like the best bread I've ever made.
Oh man, I'm probably gonna make some for AX.
Yeah.
So I can have some.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're staying over at my place for a few days, right? Yeah.
Hopefully, I think I'll be able to stay the days before AX. And then, but the days after AX, I think I'm only staying one extra day. So I think I want to stay in downtown because it's closer to the airport.
That makes sense.
Than Alhambra is, yeah. But
yeah.
We'll see.
Cool. All right, let's get started, you guys.
Yeah. Okay. Are we getting right into it?
Yeah. Welcome to BLHQ. Oh wait, no, I haven't recorded. Oh my god. You're right.
You're right. Not again. I'm glad I asked.
You're so right. You're so right.
Okay. We're recording now.
All right, let me open up the doc. Make sure it's in the right place. Okay. Welcome to BLHQ. I'm Stella Chu.
And I'm Jenny Belly.
This is our weekly podcast breaking down the Danmei web novel Heaven Official's Blessing, written by MXTX. We deep dive a few chapters at a time, discuss themes, cultural backgrounds, and our overall reactions. Spoilers abound, and screaming will be had, so you have been warned.
In a recap of last week, Jun Wu tries to tempt Pei Ming, Lan Chanqiu, and Xie Lian into breaking the human array in the royal capital, but no one takes Jun Wu's offer, so he sets the entire heavenly capital on fire. Escalated.
So dramatic.
I know, right? Hua Cheng appears and temporarily stops Jun Wu so that they can free the other trapped heavenly officials. Hua Cheng then brings up Xie Lian's giant divine statue using prayer lanterns and silver butterflies so that everyone can jump onto it to escape the burning heavens. Xie Lian directs the statue to fly away, but Jun Wu turns the heavenly capital into a fiery flying fortress and chases after them. They end up in Blackwater's domain to fight.
Just wanting you all to imagine this, kind of like the way a D&D campaign happens, in which the player's just like, so what if I just, used all the lanterns and all the butterflies? They can carry stuff, right? What if I use thousands? So it's the same kind of mentality.
A lot, just like a ridiculous amount. It's obnoxious.
Yeah. Chapter 225, Turning World Upside Down. Battle fiery demonic fortress in the sky. And now it's become a demonic fortress, even though it used to be a heavenly fortress.
I know, it's a fiery ball of, imagine a floating island, but the entire thing is set on fire. That's what we're looking at right now.
Yep, and Jun Wu's piloting it.
Yeah, he's just piloting it from the Great Hall.
The fiery demonic fortress suddenly snaps and cracks, breaking itself into 8 pieces. The gods are confused. Did they manage to break it apart? But no, the 8 pieces of the fortress quickly rearrange themselves and gather together to create a new form, a fiery giant Gundam.
Literally, this is like the Transformers all coming together to create one giant mecha. That's literally what's happening.
It's so random. You're like, man, I love this book about 2 guys making out, and then suddenly Voltron.
Kaiju battle. Gundams.
Standing tall in front of them, Xie Lian's divine statue now... Oh, wait, hold on. Your cursor covered that word for a sec. All right.
Oh, sorry.
Golden palaces covered the giant body... the golden palaces covered the giant's body like golden armor. Standing tall in front of them, Xie Lian's divine statue now looks small and pitiful in comparison, like a child standing against an adult. The fiery giant is at least 6 times larger than the divine statue. The fiery giant slowly turns its head and opens its mouth, breathing out a torrent of flames at the bone dragons, causing them to dive back into the sea. What the fuck?
I know. Jun Wu stands on top of the fiery giant's head, leading it towards Xie Lian's divine statue. The gods panic and cry for Xie Lian to run away, but Xie Lian replies, "We can't keep running away. Even if we can't win, we can't go anywhere else. At least out here in Blackwater's domain, there are no humans around who can get hurt. There is no better place for them to stay and fight." The fiery giant lunges for the small divine statue, which dodges and jumps around. The heavenly officials, most of whom has never been in a fight before, scream and hang on for dear life. Kwani then shouts out that the divine statue needs a weapon. It can't fight without a weapon. Roye twists out excitedly, snuggling against Xie Lian's face, but he pushes it away and says, "Thank you, but you won't do. You're too small."
Oh, Roye just trying her best.
He wants to help.
Hua Cheng says that he has a weapon Xie Lian can use for now. The 4 bone dragons emerge from the water and bite onto each other's tails, turning into one very long bone dragon whip. Xie Lian is able to control it like he controls Roye. He whips it at the fiery giant's head, but the giant catches the whip in his hand. Just then, the whip snaps in the middle and whips itself against the giant's head. The giant loosens its grip in pain, and the whip slithers back, reconnecting with its other half still in Xie Lian's hand. The bone dragon whip is very flexible, breaking into 2 or 4 and dodging attacks easily along with the divine statue.
The heavenly officials are tossed about wildly, but are impressed by Xie Lian's moves. They thought he was only good at collecting junk. They forgot he was a martial god. Finally, Xie Lian manages to wrap the bone dragon whip around the fiery giant and pull it down, sinking it into the black water. The heavenly officials put all their hands and feet onto the statue to transfer as much spiritual energy as they can, urging Xie Lian to sink the giant further. And though the giant sinks down, its fiery body is still burning, and all they can see is a red light emitting from the deep sea as it slowly disappears into the waters. The heavenly officials all sigh in relief, but Xie Lian doesn't dare to relax just yet.
Just then, the surface of the sea starts bubbling and boiling, emitting white smoke. Xie Lian tries to fly the statue upwards, but a hand breaks through the water and grabs its ankle, pulling it down into the water. Jun Wu's chilling laughter echoes throughout the entire sea. Eventually, half of the body of the divine statue is pulled into the boiling waters, causing all the heavenly officials on the lower half to quickly climb up. Xie Lian begins sweating from the boiling heat, wondering what to do, when suddenly Kuan Yi jumps off the divine statue, up in the air of the fire, and up the arm of the fiery giant, running straight for the head. Xie Lian shouts for him to come back, but Kuan Yi listens to no one.
The giant immediately slaps its arm to catch Kuan Yi, but he dodges and continues running and dodging more slaps until he makes it to the skull of the bone dragon. As soon as he jumps inside the skull, 2 ghost lanterns within the dragon's eyes flash out, and its entire body emits a glow of white light. It howls and wraps its body even tighter against the giant until the giant loses its grip on the divine statue's ankle. Xie Lian quickly flies back up into the air and shouts out for Kuan Yi to come back. But Kuan Yi is now riding the bone dragon, urging it to wrap even tighter. The giant roars and pulls out of the sea, burning new flames across its body. The bone dragon and Kuan Yi are dislodged and fall towards the water.
Before Xie Lian can catch Kuan Yi and the bone dragon's skull, the giant slaps it away. Right before it touches the water's surface, though, a giant bone fish flies out and catches it, swimming it away. Xie Lian sighs with relief and runs after it. Inside the bone dragon's skull, Kuan Yi lies inside completely black and burnt, but due to his strong life force, he should be able to heal back to normal. On the other hand, the 4 bone dragons are scattered about the sea, completely dead and some pieces still burning. Xie Lian feels embarrassed and says, "We've also destroyed the bodies of the guards to the Blackwater abode. Is it really okay?" Hua Cheng smiles. "Don't worry, it's fine." Xie Lian wonders, just how much money does he owe you?
A lot. Seeing Kuan Yi's tragic state, the other heavenly officials who used to shit-talk Kuan Yi now say in amazement, I can't believe His Highness Qi Ying, very brave, to stand out in the moment of danger, saving everyone." But just then, the fiery giant flies up into the sky and vanishes through a distance-shortening array. The officials are overjoyed. Does this mean that Jun Wu has given up on attacking them? But Xie Lian feels dread and asks Hua Cheng, where did he go? Hua Cheng replies solemnly that he's gone to the royal capital, where Shi Qingxuan is still guarding the human array. He ran away.
Also, it's just like, holy shit, Jun Wu, you were really overpowered. You can do all of this stuff.
I know. He's Xie Lian's divine statue is already taller than a mountain, and then his is 6 times taller, and he's able to fight so fluidly. Oh my god, it's just he's really strong.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I was also thinking about how if the entire giant robot was covered in the palaces aren't that
armor.
Yeah, but the palaces aren't that strong because Xie Lian, when he ascended, toppled a ton of them, so no BD.
That just shows how strong Xie Lian is, because the golden palaces should be more fortified than just blah.
It's the first thing that happens is they collapse. The golden palaces, the strongest armor, collapses.
Yeah. Well, it was only Feng Xin's fucking golden palace.
Yeah.
His palace.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Fuck this guy in particular.
Yeah, I know. Poor Feng Xin.
Yeah. This chapter is just so ridiculous. When I started reading it, I really was like, where the hell am I?
Yeah, it just totally changed genres.
Yeah. Yeah, the action was really intense, as you guys can tell.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. The bonefish. I like that they brought back the bonefish. I like that it wasn't just one time.
Yeah, all the monsters that we learned from earlier in the series they always come back, and and it's also funny because when Xie Lian first encountered the 4 bone dragons, they're just like, oh, they're not so difficult to deal with, but then they're actually like really, really like strong and ferocious and like really badass. And Xie Lian's like, whoa, they're just playing it really easy on us.
Yeah, because we were like playing around the first time, you know.
Yeah.
Because we were trying to lure Xing Chuan over.
Yeah, basically.
Trying to, ridiculous. It went from swordplay to Gundams, yeah, for real.
Heck yeah, it did. And with this giant bone whip and all that stuff, and like fire everywhere. Like everything is burning. Like from this point on, everything is just gonna be on fire.
Awesome. Let's move on to the next chapter. Chapter 226. The guoshi places Yin Yu's body on the back of a bonefish, which carries Yin Yu.
That's a new title name.
Oh, is it? Whoops. Chapter 226. Burning flames of karma. Demonic god descends upon royal capital. The guoshi places Yin Yu's body on the back of a bonefish, which carries Yin Yu and Kuan Zhen away into the distance. Another bonefish appears to pick up the pieces of the bone dragons and pulses them back together, slowly repairing them. Seeing that the Blackwater creatures are able to take care of themselves, Xie Lian directs the divine statue to fly up and pursue the fiery giant. The officials are horrified. Why are they seeking danger when they've only just barely survived? But Xie Lian says that they must go since Jun Wu has gone to a place with so many people.
Hua Cheng rolls a pair of dice to activate a distance shortening array, and soon the divine statue appears at the royal capital. The people below in the capital are terrified, seeing a fiery giant suddenly appear in their sky. Xi Jing shouts out, "It's all right. Nobody panic. It won't come down. Somebody will stop it. There are gods above helping us. Don't you all see that I'm here too? If anyone is to die, I will die first. Ha ha ha!" Xie Lian directs the divine statue to grab onto the giant and pull it upwards away from the ground. At the same time, he directs all the officials to jump off the statue and help with the human array.
They hesitate when they see Xi Chuan until Lan Qingqiu rushes out shouting, "I'll give you a hand." Now that somebody is taking the lead, the officials finally join in and expand the human array, making it much more secure. Xie Lian sighs out in relief and continues to pull up the fiery giant when he suddenly hears a cracking noise. The giant has broken itself into pieces again. The leg of the giant breaks away and flies down to the ground, aimed at the human array. But before it can reach its target, it explodes in midair into 1,000,000 pieces. It is Pei Ming who has suddenly appeared and destroyed the leg. Damn it. Every time your cursor is over a sentence, I can't see what's underneath it. Okay, there we go. Xie Lian watches with delight as Pei Ming coolly jumps onto the fiery giant with a sword in one hand, smoothing back his hair with the other. This guy got so much riz.
Suave. Yeah. He's back to cool Pei Ming, not doofus Pei Ming. Xie Lian wonders what happened to Xuanji and the other ghosts, and Pei Ming's sword says proudly, "Of course they were defeated by me." Upon closer look, Xie Lian realizes that Pei Ming's sword is Rongguang. Xie Lian asks what happened, and Pei Ming replies that it's complicated. Rongguang chuckles and says, "Hehehe, how is it complicated? Wasn't it only you kneeling down before me to apologize, to say you were wrong, and begged me for forgiveness? Ha ha ha, feels great, feels amazing." Xie Lian is speechless. Meanwhile, the fiery giant isn't bothered by losing a leg and simply rearranges itself until it's whole, just a bit smaller in size.
That's like a Lego block.
It is.
I'm also imagining that Pei Ming is like Gaston and Rongguan is Gustav or whatever his side guy
the
is.
the little sidekick that's like really annoying looking.
Yeah, who's always like, "Gaston's the best. He's my fucking bro."
Yeah. This he's always like backing him up and shit.
Yeah. Bros before hoes every time.
Literally.
He's the best guy.
Yeah, he is. He's always like, "Fucking, why are you always being saved by women? Like, why are you always depending on women? Stop it. You're better than this, bro."
Yeah, for real. Pei Ming charges towards the Great Martial Hall, and Xie Lian tells him to be careful, but despite Rongguan's awful character, he really works very well with Pei Ming. The two of them manage to get inside the Great Martial Hall, and Rongguan immediately boasts, "Do you see? I told you. If the two of us got together, we'd be invincible. Nothing could stand in our way. If you had listened to me, why would you still only be a mere General Ming Guang after so many centuries?" Pei Ming tells him to shut up, but then Qi Rong appears and shouts, "Freaking man whore! I suggest you don't come up here to seek your death."
Rongguang slaps Qi Rong and says, "What the hell is this green thing? Don't block the way." Guzi clings to Qi Rong and asks if he's okay, and Qi Rong, angry at losing face in front of his son, shouts out, "Using underhanded moves again!" But suddenly, Guzi slumps to the ground unmoving. Qi Rong picks him up and shakes his collar, but Guzi is dead asleep with a burning forehead. Ah, you are highlighting my sentence.
Sorry.
Okay.
This didn't used to happen. I feel like they didn't.
I know,
make
it's
this-
something
yeah.
new happened here. But Guzi is dead asleep with a burning forehead. Xie Lian sees what has happened and shouts, "Qi Rong, why haven't you left? That place is still burning, going up and down the skies and into the water. That child is too young. He'll die."
Qi Rong shouts back, "Don't you dare lecture me. Who are you bluffing? This brat is cheaply raised. How can he die so easily? Think I can't tell you want to trick me into leaving? The moment I leave, you'll definitely kill me." Qi Rong is afraid that if he leaves the hall, he'll find Lan Qingqiu waiting for him. Meanwhile, Pei Ming has started fighting Jun Wu, who shoots fireballs all over the Great Hall. Qi Rong only barely manages to dodge him until he is surrounded by fire with no place left to stand. Guzi suddenly screams, and Qi Rong looks down to see that his shoulder got burnt and his forehead is all bloody.
Oh,
No,
poor
this is saying that a
Guzi.
cheap and vulgar life lasts longer. Ooh.
Yes. Ah, poor Guzi. Guzi starts crying and hugs Qi Rong. "Dad, it hurts. I'm scared." Qi Rong is frozen in place and doesn't know what to say. Guzi weeps again. "Dad, are we going to burn to death here?" Qi Rong stutters. Well, Guzi sniffs. "Even though your domain here is very beautiful, it doesn't seem too great. The people here don't seem to be good to us. Why don't we just find a different place to live?" But Qi Rong is still afraid of leaving the hall, and he asks Jun Wu to please stop the fire. Xie Lian loses his patience and shouts, "Don't go there to seek your death. Just come down. I promise not to touch you."
But Qi Rong doesn't trust Xie Lian. Jun Wu is ignoring him, and Guzi is still crying. So Qi Rong shouts at Jun Wu, "What's with your temper? I told you to stop burning. Didn't you hear me?" Immediately, Jun Wu raises a hand and throws a fireball at Qi Rong. Xie Lian screams. Pei Ming moves to help, but Jun Wu blocks him and hurls another fireball at Pei Ming, catching him on fire and blasting him outside of the hall. Everyone watches in horror as Pei Ming falls off the giant. Just then, a torrential rain comes pouring down. Though it does not extinguish the flames on the giant, it does extinguish the fire on Pei Ming's body, and a shadowy figure leaps up to catch Pei Ming in the sky.
Yay, Pei Ming is saved.
Yeah, but what about Guzi? We only
I
care about Guzi.
know. He's being, like, tortured. And, like, Qi Rong needs to just take him out, but he's literally too scared of Lan Chancho's revenge to, like, leave the fucking palace.
Yeah, and he just
Stupid.
like won't admit that he loves Guzi and he wants to take care of him.
Take care of, I know. He's just being like, the kid's probably fine. He'll be okay, right? Yeah, he'll be fine.
He's a shitty first time dad.
I know. He's just a shitty person.
But we love him because now he's our number one dad. Because
He is.
technically
He redeems
everyone else
himself
sucks.
later, I swear. You
Yeah.
guys will see soon. He'll
Yeah.
redeem himself.
Yeah, he spends the whole book being terrible and redeems himself later.
Like 90%, but it's fine. The 10% later is worth it.
Yeah. Oh man. All right, so let's move on to our next chapter.
Chapter 227, Burning Flames of Karma, Demonic Gods Descend Upon the Royal Capital. It's the Rain Master riding on her black ox that has caught Pei Ming. He is in a miserable state on the black ox after being burnt and then drenched. His hair is a complete mess. When he opens his eyes and realizes that it's the Rain Master who has caught him, he feels embarrassed by his current state of appearance, even though the Rain Master is not paying him any attention. Rongguang is enraged. "I can't believe you needed a woman to save you. And it's Yushi Huang too? Pei Ming, you're such an embarrassment." Pei Ming tries to tell him to shut up, but a ring of black smoke comes out of his mouth.
It's so goofy.
Yeah. Remember how he was cool earlier? No. Not allowed.
My god. Yeah, this has changed genres into like a kids shonen giant robot anime.
It's a shonen fight. It's a shonen anime. It's always been a shonen anime.
The Rain Master drives them down where Peisu and Banya are waiting. The rain is still falling, but the fire does not extinguish. Instead, pieces of boulder and rock from the giant fall toward the royal capital like a meteor shower. Xie Lian is too busy holding the giant up to catch the boulders. He turns to Hua Cheng anxiously. What should they do? The people will be crushed. Hua Cheng stands behind Xie Lian and covers his hands. There's no need for Guga to worry. Just focus on hanging on here and don't mind what goes on below. Hua Cheng flicks his chin slightly, gesturing to Xie Lian to look, and he sees that outside the human array is a red-clad figure. It looks like Hua Cheng? Another Hua Cheng? Isn't Hua Cheng standing behind him?
Who is this impersonator? Xie Lian whips around to look at Hua Cheng, and Hua Cheng chuckles. Don't be so alarmed, Guga. This one here is the real Sanlong. No lie, exchange a fake. So the one below must be a clone? Xi Jingshuan, however, doesn't realize it's a fake, so when he sees Hua Cheng coming towards the array, he cries out, Crimson Rain-sought flower, you finally come back! It's highlighted again.
I moved it.
You finally come back! What the heck were you doing leaving for so long? Have you thought of a way to connect with His Highness? No. You best think of a way to help me deal with this situation here first. Do you see all those fiery rocks coming down from the sky? Think fast. Blow a breath or make those endless little butterflies go up and chase them away or something. Otherwise we'll die.
The fake Hua Cheng says nothing while Xi Jingshuan vomits all those words in one breath. But finally, as he grows impatient listening, cuts him off saying, Deal with it yourself. Xi Jingshuan exclaims, Deal with it myself? Don't joke at a time like this. I'm not His Highness. I can't understand your jokes. How do I deal with these rocks on my own? But before he can finish, Hua Cheng grabs his collar and yanks him out of the array. Xi Jingshuan quickly grabs the hands on the left and right and joins them, so that there's no break in the array. But Hua Cheng immediately smacks him and sends him flying away. The beggars are shocked. Old Feng! They shout at Hua Cheng, What are you doing hitting people?
Although Xi Jingshuan is sent flying, he only tumbles a few times and then stands up and says, It's fine. I didn't die. He didn't really hit me. He was just lending me spiritual powers. Xi Jingshuan examines his hand and body, emitting spiritual light from head to toe. He says, Hua Chengzhu, there's no need to be like this, even if you can't see His Highness. If you are lending spiritual powers, then do it nicely. I don't mind eating a few more of those weird-tasting candies. There's no need to hit people, all right? Why don't you just focus a bit more on the sky instead? There's still so many rocks up there. But just then, Hua Cheng flings something at Xi Jingshuan, who immediately catches it. When he looks down, he sees that it's his old Windmaster fan.
Who had the fan before? Who is it? Xie Lian is shocked. Sanlong, wasn't the Windmaster fan with... The one down there is... The real Hua Cheng replies, Pay it no mind. I call him at the last minute to give me a hand. Xi Jingshuan clutches his fan and slowly turns to the figure in red. The fake Hua Cheng repeats coldly, Deal with it yourself. The meteor shower is getting closer to the capital, and the people in the human array can practically feel the heat on their faces. Xi Jingshuan grips his fan, veins popping on his hand, and strings of blood in his eyes. A moment later, he swings his arm and a whirlwind gushes up, forcing the meteor shower to push back to the heavens. The beggars are shocked by Xi Jingshuan's display. My god, Old Feng, can you actually be a real god?
He's been saying it this whole time. Xi Jingshuan is shaking and panting heavily, but hearing the beggars, he returns to his senses and says, Duh! Didn't I tell you all a long time ago? How's that? Didn't I say I wasn't bullshitting? The beggars cheer and praise Xi Jingshuan. Seeing all this, the fake Hua Cheng slowly turns to leave. Xi Jingshuan moves away from his friends, wanting to ask a question, but that person is already gone. Before anyone can relax, though, suddenly the corpse-eating rats and empty-shelled people from Mount Tonglu appear. They've been transported into the capital by Jun Wu, who has stopped keeping all pretenses in order to destroy that array.
Oh my fucking god, Jun Wu, you're so
Not
dramatic.
Not giving up.
Wow, what a jerk. Rainmaster goes to fight and tells Ban Yue and Pei Jr. to watch over Pei Ming, who is embarrassed again at having been saved. But before Pei Ming can follow after her, Xuanji appears and clings to Pei Ming's neck. What are you doing staring at Rainmaster? Have you changed your affections? You want to go chase after her now, huh? What's so good about her? I won't allow it. Pei Ming shoves her to the ground, but Xuanji continues to cling to him. Tell me, are you really going to leave me? I've done so much for you. Aren't you touched at all seeing me become like this? Don't you feel guilty?
Oh, 1 second. My boba order came.
Boba! I want boba. I had cursed boba the other day. I ordered lychee lemonade with like blueberry and like lychee jelly. But then I fat fingered the order, and it also came with red bean. So it was this like yellow clear drink with a bunch of red bean in it, and it looked like blood clots, and it tasted so weird because red bean is kind of like a creamy bean flavor and like a little sandy too. It does not mix well with lemon and lychee, and that shit, oh my god. I was like so distressed. I didn't even know how to tell them like, okay, I made a mistake, change it. I just like felt like I should just live in it.
I'm gonna grab my earplugs. I cannot hear nothing.
I was telling them about my cursed boba drink that I ordered the other day.
Oh, the red bean. Did you drink it?
Yeah,
Did
because
you drink it?
I
Was
like
it good?
No, it was weird. It wasn't like bad, but it was weird. It was so
Like,
weird. It's like if you ate your cereal with orange juice, you know? It's like that kind of idea. It's like two separate things are great, but when you put them
Not
together,
okay.
like what the fuck is happening in my mouth? It's like
Not
if you
okay.
ate spaghetti with, I don't know, like milk, you know? It's just
Have you
weird.
had spaghettis with pickles? It's real good.
Oh, okay, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah,
That
it's
sounds really
It's
good.
It's really good.
Yeah,
chopped
I'll
up
have that. Oh, that sounds
should try
nice.
that.
No, yeah, that
it's
sounds
really
great.
It's really good. Okay. Pei Ming finally loses his patience and shouts, "Haven't I told you hundreds of years ago already? Xuanji, it's time you wake up. That you've become this way, I'm part of the reason, but the majority of it is by your own decisions. You've done so much, but you can only move your own heart. I'm a steel-hearted man. Rather than love me, why don't you go love yourself?"
Oh.
Then he yanks. I know, that's a good line. Wait, I'm gonna underline that. Then he yanks his robes from her grip and leaves without looking back. Meanwhile, at the array, the martial gods and the Rainmaster are doing what they can to defend it, but it still isn't enough. But at that moment, a crowd of rowdy ghosts and monsters from Ghost City suddenly appear.
When Heaven's Eye sees the group of ghosts, he orders them to leave them alone. But the ghosts throw grave apples at them and shout that Hua Cheng is the one who ordered them to come. With their help, they're able to push back the corpse-eating rats and empty shell people. Xie Lian is relieved that the situation is now in their favor and thanks to Hua Cheng, but Hua Cheng smiles and says, "They wanted to come themselves. It has nothing to do with me. Rather than this, Gaga, be careful." And then Xie Lian looks up to see that the fiery giant is pulling out a sword. God damn it!
Now he has a weapon! Now the Gundam has a weapon!
Fucking stop!
Out of nowhere!
Everyone
There's
hates
just
you,
more
Jun Wu.
things happening. Just
Oh
escalation
my
after escalation.
It's like, bro, you're not gonna win. Like, chill. Like, you're done. Can you please just, like, stop?
No, he's determined. He must destroy this array.
He's so annoying.
Yeah, he just doesn't know when to quit.
Oh, literally the worst. Like, everyone has resolved all their relationships and met up with old friends, and then Jun was like, I'm still relevant. Pay attention to me.
Don't forget about this battle. I'm gonna bring everything I can. Throw everything at you. Oh my god.
Jeez. What a jerk. Fuck that guy.
I know.
Okay, let's do the next chapter.
Chapter 228. Burning Flames of Karma. Demonic God descends upon the royal capital. The fiery giant is already difficult to deal with, and now it has a weapon. Xie Lian feels a sense of dread and warns everyone to be careful. The giant slashes down with its sword, and Xie Lian is barely able to dodge it with the divine statue. He is definitely at a disadvantage. He wants to ask the martial gods to come together to form a sword again, but Kuan Yizhen is injured, Lan Chanchou is supporting the human array, Fengshen and Mu Qing are missing, and Pei Ming is fighting the rats with the Rainmaster. Just then, the guoshi shouts out, "Just wait, your highness. Your sword will be here momentarily." Crimson Rainsought Flower, activate the distance running array. To mount Tonglu, the sword is here.
Hua Cheng throws out a pair of dice, and a moment later, a long sword appears for the divine statue to catch. Xie Lian catches his new sword against Xie Lian slashes his new sword against the fiery giant, but when the two swords meet, to everyone's surprise, the sword in Xie Lian's hand cuts straight through the sword of the fiery giant. In the next second, the giant shatters into several pieces and falls towards the ground. Xie Lian is shocked. Did he knock out the enemy in one strike? The sword that the guoshi summoned is actually forged by the bodies of the 3 mountain spirits from Mount Tonglu. Xie Lian immediately rushes down to catch the giant stone pieces that are falling, moving them to a more rural area so that no one's hurt. Meanwhile, the little farmer is like, no! The divine statue sheaths its sword and stops moving, returning to being a statue of the flower-crowned martial god.
This is the most anticlimactic end to this battle ever.
Yeah.
Like, literally, is this like a... What's the word when there's like a divine intervention?
Yeah, Deus Machina.
This is a Deus Machina. It's like, this is a sword, the ultimate sword, forged by 3 mountain spirits. With one slash, the entire fiery giant will break into pieces.
Yep.
Done.
Overkill.
One slash.
Yep.
9. Basically, oh my god. Xie Lian and Hua Cheng hop off the statue to regroup with everyone else. Xi Qingxuan's fan is at his belt, once again broken after one use, and he hobbles over to them asking, "Your Highness, is it over? Is everything taken care of?" But the guoshi says that Jun Wu wouldn't have been defeated so easily. Hua Cheng and Xie Lian search the wreckage of the former heavenly capital, but they don't see Jun Wu. Lan Chanqiu suddenly leaps into the wreckage and rummages all over, until he finally raises a caved-in roof and shouts, "Found him!" In his hand is a small charred shell with something coughing inside. Xie Lian opens up the shell and sees Guzi curled into a ball, red with burns, but still alive. At the same time, a small green ghost fire creeps out, and Lan Chanqiu immediately seizes it.
When Jun Wu threw a fireball at Qi Rong and Guzi, Qi Rong used up all of his spiritual power to protect and shield Guzi. Xie Lian is surprised that his cousin didn't throw the child away to protect himself. Now Qi Rong is nothing more than a green ghost fire caught in Lan Qingqiu's hands. Guzi wakes up and hugs Lan Qingqiu's leg. "Gugu, don't kill my dad." Lan Qingqiu shouts, "Let go. I'm telling you now. Even if you beg, it's useless. I won't show mercy." Guzi then turns to Xie Lian and begs for him to save his dad. Xie Lian tries to explain that Qi Rong really isn't his dad, but Guzi insists, "This is my dad. My dad didn't used to be good to me, but then after he was really good to me. He'd often give me meat to eat and even said he'd take me to live in big, beautiful mansions. He's really good to me, Scrap Gaga. Will you please save him?"
Qi Rong scolds Guzi. Foolish son, don't beg him. This black-hearted snow lotus won't save this ancestor. In fact, he can't wait for your old man to die. He doesn't care whether I live or die. Hua Cheng, you fucker, I'm not afraid of you. Xie Lian, don't think I don't know. I took you for a god in the heavens, but you, what did you take me for? You never took me for anything. You ignore me, reject me, think I'm a fool, a madman, that I'm mental. Look at me with contempt. You've always looked down on me. What right do you have to look down on me? You can't even destroy a mere Yong'an, you useless trash. Oh my god.
Oh,
Poor Qi Rong.
poor Qi
Poor
Rong.
Qi Rong.
He just doesn't know how to deal with his trauma.
He just doesn't want to be ignored by the one person that he like looked up to. Like
Yeah.
Xie Lian just like so sick of him, but Qi Rong is just like, I just wanted you to look at me.
I love you. You're my cousin. You're so cool. I just want to be as cool as you.
I know. So sad.
Xie Lian pulls Hua Cheng back from making a move, but Hua Cheng still says, "So what if he looks down on you? Is there anything about you worth a high regard?" Qi Rong replies furiously, "I spit at you. I spit. So what if you all look down on me? This ancestor has a son." Everyone is speechless. Qi Rong crackles madly. "Even though he was picked up cheaply, but at least it's still better than you, bloodline-ending impotent bastards. Don't even dream of having one in 800 years. He's literally being like, "Look at me, I have a baby, and none of you can.
You don't have any bloodline."
You guys are all gay. Look at me,
Oh,
I'm
so
hetero,
funny.
and I have a baby."
I have a child. What do you have? Nothing.
Xie Lian is speechless, but Hua Cheng raises his eyebrows at Xie Lian and mouths the words, "You never know."
Watching, please. Watching, please.
We can have a baby.
They can try have a baby.
You
never know.
Your Highness, you know, just you want to carry the baby? I'll carry the baby. Let's just have a baby.
Oh my god, please.
Xie Lian thinks he's joking and smiles weakly, but we all know. We all know that.
Is Watching joking? Who's to say?
Hua Cheng wants a baby.
Yeah. But suddenly, Qi Rong's laughter grows smaller and smaller until the small green ghost fire fizzles out. Lan Chancho and Guzi are both dumbfounded. Guzi starts to dig in the dirt to find Qi Rong, but of course he's not there. He clings to Lan Chancho and says, "Where's my dad?" Lan Chancho doesn't know how to respond, so he looks to Xie Lian. But Xie Lian doesn't know what to say either and is about to turn and leave, when Guzi suddenly says to him, "Gugu, where's my dad? He's still around, right? He said he already cultivated to be the most powerful king of the 3 realms. He can't die. He's still around, right?"
Oh my god, my heart, Guzi.
Guzi!
Guzi just being traumatized.
Guzi.
His dad's gone. His dad's dead. Both of his real dad and his new dad.
This disappeared into nothing. He just shriveled into dust.
Qi Rong has finally disappeared, but Xie Lian doesn't know what to say or how to feel. There was once a time that he hated Qi Rong so much that he wanted to crush his ashes. But after living for so long and experiencing so much, he now feels nothing more than annoyance and fatigue when he thinks about Qi Rong. No joy, no hatred. They search around but can't find him, so they leave the wreckage. Shi Chuan is waiting for them and asks if they found anything, but Xie Lian shakes his head. Jun Wu and Qi Rong are both nowhere to be found. Shi Chuan looks around and asks where Feng Xin and Mu Qing are. Nobody has seen them this entire time.
Where are Feng Xin and Mu Qing? That is a good question.
Yeah,
and this entire time they're just missing.
Where's his baby mama?
Missing.
And his cursed baby.
Yeah. Yeah, Feng Xin was busy looking for the stupid fetus ghost, but where's Mu Qing? What's going on over there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mpreg? Yes,
Mpreg. Absolutely. If Hua Cheng wants Mpreg, it will be done. He can make it happen. He can make it happen.
I feel
There's actually a really funny extra chapter about it.
Oh yeah, I feel like I never read any fan fiction about them having children.
What? Really?
It's like very rare compared to like Scum Villain and Grandmaster Demon
What else
Cultivation.
What has so many? Yeah. What else is just so many? Because they literally did.
They literally did. And then Shenzhou is always Mama Joe.
Yeah, he's
always Mama Joe.
I think I've seen a few where Xie Lian gets pregnant because he has such a like cream pie kink. Eventually, it just has to stick, right?
I'm gonna tell that to all my gay friends. I'm like, be careful. He creams pies you so much, you might just get pregnant.
Cream pie, just get pregnant.
If only that's how it worked. Okay, if I had a troll wish, like if a genie came up to me and was like, you get a wish. And I just like, I don't really care about anything else. I'll be like, okay, I know what my wish is. I want everyone to suddenly be in the Omegaverse. Just no explanation. Omegaverse begins right
so
the
random.
fuck now.
No. Oh and my god. It's everyone just all of a sudden. We would not have the technology to like prepare ourselves for that. Like we don't have the pills. We have nothing prepared. Everyone will just be fucking feral.
Yeah. There's all these
no
people.
Preparation whatsoever. Like everyone's just so fucked.
Men like, getting pregnant, lesbians getting their wives pregnant.
There'd be such a big increase in population all of a sudden.
Yes. Oh man. Yeah. That's my dream. Just if a genie was just like, hey, you get a wish. Sudden,
would you want to be which would you like? Which one do you want to be?
I want to be an alpha.
I want to do the fucking.
I want to be the top.
Oh man, I'm gonna be a very neutral beta and just like not be involved with anyone's anything.
You're just gonna sit there and watch with your popcorn, like, wow, man.
I'll be watching on the side, like, what's going on over here? Like, what's everyone going crazy about? I don't get it. I don't smell nothing.
I don't smell nothing. Oh, that doesn't look like your baby. That looks like that guy's baby.
Like, I'm not getting pregnant. I'm good. So funny.
Oh man. All right, let's move on to the next chapter.
Okay. Chapter 229. Adroit dice. Snake Eyes rolled Snake Eyes rolled, alarming the heart. Xie Lian whispers to Hua Cheng that Feng Xin was looking for Jian Lan and the fetus spirit. What if he got caught in the middle of the battle and no one saw him? But just then, the guoshi tells Xie Lian that there's no point in looking for Jun Wu here. If he survived, then he's gone to Mount Tonglu. Xuan is horrified that they're going to Mount Tonglu, but Xie Lian assures him that they've been there before and it's not that scary. However, the guoshi warns him that it won't be the same this time, since Jun Wu is no longer playing pretend and he is the most powerful in that domain. The guoshi offers to go with Xie Lian and Hua Cheng this time, and says that they should bring along uninjured martial gods to help.
Unfortunately, many of the martial guards are injured or missing, and Hua Cheng says there's no need to look for any helpers. They're all useless. Guga and I are enough. The guoshi insists that it won't be enough. Pei Ming says, Crimson Rain Sought Flower, can you please not say something like this? Can you please not say something like they're all useless with such a confident and believable tone? Suddenly, Mu Qing's voice comes out from the crowd. Wait, me too. I'll go too. Xie Lian says...
Nothing.
Xie Lian says in relief, Mu Qing? When did you come? Where did you go earlier? I thought you weren't missing too.
Mu Qing replies that he's been there the whole time, but Hua Cheng says, always been here? But you didn't speak and you didn't help either, huh? Mu Qing replies dryly, I said I've always been here. It's just that I didn't speak and none of you saw me, that's all. They search the crowd again for Feng Xin, but he really is missing. Xie Lian accepts Mu Qing's offer of help, but the guoshi and Hua Cheng both make identical faces. They both have disliked Mu Qing for a long time for different reasons. The guoshi tells Xuan that Xie Lian's divine statue will guard the place, but the resentful spirits still need a few days to be purified within the array. And then the group leaves.
Hua Cheng leads him to a mansion door and tosses his dice, but suddenly his face changes color. Xie Lian asks, what is it, Sao Long? Is the distance shortening array not activating? Hua Cheng goes back to himself and smiles. No, it's rare for me to roll out this kind of result. When he opens his hand, it shows he rolled a 1. Xie Lian is worried. What does this roll mean? Did you roll a mistake? Hua Cheng says, based on past experiences, this probably means there's something extremely dangerous waiting for me ahead. Oh, fuck, yeah!
No big deal. No worries, just something extremely dangerous. I rolled a fucking 1!
This is like such a huge foreshadowing, and like the whole
I know. Like
rest
literally
of the
this
book.
entire time. Hua Cheng has only rolled 6s. Only
Yep.
6s.
Yeah, the whole rest of the book, I was like on the edge of my seat. I had to read it all in one go because I was
Something's
like,
gonna happen.
as soon as he rolled the 1, I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Xie Lian's heart lurches, but then the guoshi says, Sigh, haven't I told you young people so many times that gambling is bad and to break the old habit? Your Highness, Your Highness, do you see what sort of bad habit he's picked up? Meanwhile, the guoshi
Literally,
the guoshi
literally
always
gambles all the time.
always
What the fuck?
playing cards with
You
his friends.
hypocrite. You hypocrite. What the fuck, Goshi? Oh my god. He still thinks Hua Cheng is a bad influence. He's just like trying to nitpick at him anytime he gets a chance. Hua Cheng is unbothered by the bad omen and smiles. It's just a reference. It doesn't matter what I roll. Whether it's dangerous or not is my say. Xie Lian reaches out for him before he can get through the door and says, Let's go, but don't leave my side. If anything should happen, I will protect you. Hua Cheng is stunned, and then his lips curl into a big smile and says, All right, Guga, remember to protect me. Mu Qing watches all of this with disgust in his eyes. As they pass through the door, they feel the sudden scorching heat from the volcano eruption. The forests that they saw before are now burnt down to a fiery hell.
The group emerged from a rocky cave on a high hill, immediately suffocating from the ash in the air. The guoshi says that he knows where Jun Wu is hiding, and so everyone follows after him. As they go, Hua Cheng walks in front of Xie Lian, flattening the rubble and weeds in the path to make it easier for Xie Lian to climb down the hill. Mu Qing is at the end of the group and he stumbles as he walks. Xie Lian finds his behavior strange, and he is reminded that Hua Cheng overheard Mu Qing and Fenchen arguing when they were on top of the snowy mountain. He asks Hua Cheng what they were arguing about, but Hua Cheng replies, "They were just talking without thinking," and said some disrespectful things about Gege. That's all. Gege doesn't need to know. It'll dirty your ears. Eventually, they come to a river flowing with lava that is too wide to cross.
Dun dun dun. Okay. And that is the end.
Yeah. Wow. Damn, dude. All of that light, fluffy kaiju Gundam battle.
That ended with one strike. First of all,
Yeah.
like, what the fuck going
Everyone
on? Literally
participating.
ended with one slash.
Yeah. So many like light, fluffy things happened in this battle that didn't really feel like a big deal. And then now the real shit happens.
The beginning of the battle felt like a big deal. Like there was like a lot of like helplessness and like struggling, and then all of a sudden it ended so quickly, and now everyone's just like, okay, we gotta go find Jun Wu now. And like, why are Mu Qing and Fengshen being so sussy right now? Like, what's going on over there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I was them, I would have been like, "Hey guys, do you want to take a break? Like, do you guys just are you hungry? Are you thirsty? Let's just
No,
chill."
we have to keep going. There's no rest. Like this entire time since Xie Lian, literally since Xie Lian has ascended, he has not had a break. Like he's been going non-stop, just non-stop.
Yeah. The most break he's had was like maybe a fortnight. Like that's it.
Yeah, like 2 days.
2 days.
Like 2 days of rest. That's it. That's all you get.
Practicing his
And, like
cooking.
weeks of just non-stop thing after thing after thing.
Yeah. Poor shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like not small things. They're like monumental, like heavenly calamity situations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The chillest thing he got to do was the day of the ox cart.
Oh
was
yeah.
the
When he first
chillest.
met. Yeah. Oh wait, he also visited Ghost City and they went on a date. That was nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, the date.
Yeah.
Oh, so cute.
But then immediately after the date, Mount Tonglu erupted and then it went to hell. So,
yeah, they had the calligraphy lesson. Ooh.
oh yeah, they had a calligraphy lesson. Ooh. Yeah. Poor Xie Lian.
So my questions are like, where is Jun Wu getting his power from if, say, like, everyone realizes that he's the one who betrayed heaven, and so all his believers like burn his temples and stuff.
Not
to the
all of
ground?
his believers, it was just that main capital that witnessed him. But he has a lot of power from the Mount Tonglu. So that's why he's going back. He's like, this is where my power source is. I must go back to the power source. So there he goes.
Yeah. It's crazy. Isn't he still sealed too? Yeah, Xie Lian is still sealed. He still has both of his shackles. 2
curse shackles. Like Jun Wu offered to remove them if he broke the human array, but Xie Lian's like, fuck you. No, none of that.
Not even to trick Jun Wu. Not even to be like, yeah, I'll just go on your side for a second. Nope, he wouldn't even. He's like, no, my morals, I'll stand by them.
Yeah.
He never
You're awful.
Yeah, he never let Jun Wu even like think that he was on his side at all.
Yeah. Basically. Good on you, Xie Lian. Yeah. Oh, I feel so bad for Qi Rong too.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't remember what happens after this, if like Qi Rong comes back or anything like that. But he should, because he has his ashes still, so he's supposed to.
Yeah, he's not gone forever, you guys. Don't worry. He comes back later on.
Yeah, your favorite character
not
comes
left
back.
alone forever.
Yeah. All right, so my off topic today. Oh, geez, come on, paste. Okay. There we go. So my off topic today is called Love Thyself by I Guana 8 Llama. And it's a scum villain fic. And it's one of my favorites I've read in a while. Because most fics I read are like short and sweet, or eventually kind of falls off. Like, or it's just like fluff and not really like its own story. And this one, finally, I found a fic that has its own story in which, like, I don't know what's going to happen. And I like that a lot, because sometimes I'm kind of sick and tired of reading the same, like, canon that's rinse and repeat.
It's like they follow the same rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not that I still love them. I absolutely still love those, but it's nice to see this is different. So what happens is, instead of Sen Yuan from our world, transmigrating into Senshin-cho's body and just like kicking Senshin-cho out, he actually shares the body together with him. And so the first like few chapters is all about Sen Yuan and Shenzhou learning to like understand each other's traumas and like give each other room to like heal, because Sen Yuan was like really sick when he was little, and he was like always told that he was going to die. He always lived out of hospital. He's always really sick, and like never got to do anything. And all of a sudden he transmigrates into his favorite book, and he's able to like touch grass. Like he's never gone outside and touched grass.
He has
so
a healthy body. He can like run.
Yeah, he's like so excited to go and like barefoot in the water, like loves it so much. And then Senjo is like, I don't feel the like envy, the anger, the self-hatred anymore. It's all gone.
There's, like,
I feel
emotions.
Yeah. He's like, I don't have to like spend all this energy hating myself. I can actually like start loving myself. So it's like healing for Sen Yuan because now he has a body, and then healing for Senjo because he can like reflect on himself and he knows how to communicate now. And it's one of those fics where everyone just falls in love with Senshin-cho. Like,
oh, I love that. Whatever, he's just like in the reverse harem, he doesn't understand it. I love that.
It's great, and it happens so naturally. It doesn't feel forced. Everyone has their own reason to fall in love with Senshin-cho. Like Yue Qingyuan falls in love with him, like, I mean, I guess when they're spending time together, because Senjo doesn't want to fall asleep by himself, even though he has Sen Yuan now. So he like tells Yue Qingyuan to come like sleep in his bed with him, and so they like cuddle each other to sleep, and that's how they spend like nice quality time together. Lu Qingge, of course, easily already in love with Senshin-cho, but he ends up also with Luo Binghe. So Luo Binghe and Lu Qingge are a ship because they love fighting each other, and they don't know how to confess to Senshin-cho, so they like kind of
they talk to each other about
it. Like,
that's so funny.
How are you gonna confess
they
to him?
fall in love pursuing the same person. That's so funny.
And
I want to read this one. This one's really
it's
cute.
great, and because they all like. They like almost everyone is like, no, this is great. We're all gonna be polyamorous. This is great. Like shaking hands.
Everyone just a big old love pile. It's good.
Yeah. But it doesn't all happen at the same time. Everyone's love pile happens at different times. And I really appreciate that, because it's not just like Sen Yuan or Senshin-cho in the middle of like everyone trying to like chase after him. Like there's also this really great relationship with Senshin-cho and Shan Hua, where they're just like gay best friends who like smoke
as
weed.
they should be. I love them. I love their. I love when they have a good relationship, because they're so cute.
They're so funny together, and also because Shan Hua knows about Shen Yuan and Senjo being like sharing two bodies. So whenever it's talking in Shan Hua's perspective, he doesn't call them by their name. In his head, he's just like. He'll be like cookies and cream, like or like peanut butter and jelly.
Because they're like two
left and
things
right
together.
Twix. Every single pronoun.
That's hilarious.
It's
love
so
that.
goofy
so
and funny. Like the writer changes the way she writes for each character, and my favorite way is with Shan Hua. When she writes in for Shan Hua's perspective, it is the most memeiest, funniest.
Love it. Because he's a fucking millennial.
Yeah, it's great. It's super great the way that, and the story is fantastic. It completely fixes, of course, all of the original things. Like, you know, the Immortal Alliance conference doesn't like resolve in like a bad situation. Like, like he doesn't get kicked off the peak or anything. Like he doesn't get kicked down to the abyss. His demonic seal doesn't get broken, but we know that if his demonic seal breaks, then somebody nearby is going to get hurt. And so Lobing has a ticking time bomb that we as the reader forget about. We forget, and it happens out of fucking nowhere. And it's the worst thing that happens.
I want to read. I want to know what happens.
It's so good.
I want to read it.
Yes, it's so good. And what else? Yeah, like we see from everyone's perspective, like Yue Qingyuan's like perspective of how like you spend a lot of energy just like hearing him like hate himself, have all this guilt and stuff, and just like wanting to And he also is like, he sees that Luchinga like loves Senjincho, so he's just like, I'll just let them love each other. They deserve each other. No one
I'll
wants
just
to be with
slip
me.
out. That's good.
But then when they describe Yu Qingyan, he's like this big tall guy who, when he holds his calligraphy brush, it literally looks like a baby paintbrush because he's got
so big.
such big hands, and you're just
funny.
like, I know what
Yaoi
those
hands.
I know what those yaoi hands are good for. Like
Yaoi hands.
the way she
Love
writes
it.
is so good. It's great. Yeah. One of the tags is
Okay.
drowning in the gay.
I love that tag. That's a good tag.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's
Oh
a
my
great
god.
tag.
I love it. Oh.
It's good. It's really good fic, and it's a 2-part fic because after I finished the chapter 11, I was like, why is this a cliffhanger? I was like vibrating because I was like really panicked that maybe the writer stopped writing, but I looked and it's like next work in the series. I'm like, thank fucking
Thank God. There's a part 2. Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm reading part 2 right now. Oh no, there's 3 parts. Yes, I'm so excited. I'm gonna read
it's a long one.
so
This is a really
much.
long one.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, no, this is really great. I'm like, I'm so excited to finish this fic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I'll check it out for sure. It's already on. I've added it to my read later list.
Yay.
Okay, and my this is what's it called? Off topic. My off topic. Yeah. So I talked last week about this writer, Hobbies 3, who wrote that zombie fic, and I finished it. So I went and read the rest of their works, and they only have 4 works because they only write long fics. Like they only write ridiculously long fics. But this one's not as long. This was only like 46,000 words. It's called Game Night, and it's based on the movie Game Night. So if you've seen that movie, it kind of follows it, but not really, because it has like a Modazushi twist on it. But it's set in modern times, and the idea is that when Wei Ying and Zhang Cheng and Yan Li were younger, Wei Wuxian and like Zhang Cheng always like fought each other and like just had like really petty arguments. So Yan Li had the idea of like starting board game night to like let them like release their like anger or like, you know, get all the competition out. So they've been addicted to like these like weekly or monthly game nights ever since then. And after they all got married and had bigger families, they like bring the entire family into this like weekly game night thing. Except one day, Wei Wuxian says that he has a surprise for Zhang Cheng's birthday. He made a really special game night. It's going to be a surprise. And basically he set up sort of like this murder mystery thing where like one of us is going to mysteriously get murdered by these like actors, and we have to like figure it out. And then the final prize is worth like $5,000. So everyone's like, oh, okay, very, very excited. So they all go to this mansion where the game is supposed to begin. And like one of the actors comes in, like he's a detective, like, you know, really playing it straight, saying like there's a kidnapper around, there's a murderer around, we gotta go figure out what's going on. And it's like giving them the clues when all of a sudden these 2 masked people suddenly jump into the mansion and like fight Wei Ying. And this is like not part of the game. Like this is like for real happening, but everyone is just like, oh wow, like these are such great actors. And Wei Ying is like fighting for his life. Like he's like breaking the coffee table, like shattering them against the glass. And everyone's like, wow, is that like prop glass? Like, is that sugarcane stuff? And like Wei Ying is like fucking getting beat up. They eventually like hog tie him, like put a bag over his head and like whisk him away. And everyone's just like, wow, what a great performance. and so like the rest of the story is them like figuring, like playing along with the game and trying to figure out what's going on. Zhang Cheng decides that he wants to cheat because he wants to win the prize because it's like his birthday, like he deserves the prize. So he finds like the GPS tracker on Wei Ying's phone and like tracks him down to like a really seedy bar, which obviously is not part of game night, like it's not part of like the whole thing. And then they realize that this is like an actual kidnapping, and like they have like real weapons in their hand when like Yan Li accidentally shoots the gun and it like hits Zhang Cheng's shoulder and he's like bleeding, and they're like, oh shit, that's an actual fucking gun. What the fuck is going on? And it's just really chaotic and really, really funny, and like it's a good read. It's not too crazy long, but yeah, it's called Game Night by Hobbies 3. Definitely.
Oh man, really yeah, I'm gonna check that out. That sounds so
yeah.
goofy.
It's really funny. I needed something lighthearted after the intense zombie fic. That one really made me cry. Yeah.
Wow, no, that sounds great. That sounds like a lot of fun.
It's really fun. It's really funny.
I like it
Makes
when
me
people
want to watch the movie.
Yeah. I haven't heard of it, so I don't even know.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I like when I like the entire cast of the Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation for fast-paced, like shit talking,
snappy.
The
dialogue
angry,
is so funny and snappy.
Yeah, like really comedic, just like constant, like back and forth.
Chaotic. Just really chaotic.
That's why the live from New York fic that we read.
The SNL one was so good. Oh
because
my
everyone was
God,
so
that's my
fast.
favorite.
They were so incredibly fast. That person was so good at writing that they should just write movies and stuff. Because I just love the way they write dialogue.
They're a talented writer.
Yeah.
Oh my God, their jokes were like on point. Like just kept coming.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't even imagine how long it takes to like write that kind of fanfic because it was long too. Like it was a really good story on top of the writing.
I don't know how people can just be funny while writing.
I can't. Sometimes I read these fics and I'm like, I cannot believe this has just been submitted for free on the internet for us to read and be entertained. I've been entertained for months. I had free entertainment for months just reading these fictions, and I'm like, y'all are just so good. Y'all are just so good at what you do.
I agree. So my problem is that people aren't writing fast enough, and I need more fan fiction writers out there to write good quality shit for me because suddenly I'm having a lot of trouble finding fics I want to read.
Oh no. Yeah. I actually went back and re-sorted the kudos of all time, and because I've noticed that there's some that float up that I completely missed. Yeah. And I'm reading those so I can catch the ones I've missed in the past, and then going through their bibliography and their bookmarks and stuff. So I have quite a lot in my backlog right now. I think I have like maybe 100 fics in my to read list. So I'm good for a while. Good for a while.
I should do that. I should like put them on the mark for later because I definitely
put them on mark for later. Yeah.
I definitely just open them all in new tabs, and that's like a cursed way.
No, you'll lose that. You'll lose all that progress. No. Yeah, because there are some fics where I read the description, I'm like, oh, that sounds interesting, but I'm not in the vibe to like read that right now, so I put that mark for later, and then I can like look through it and be like, oh yeah, it sounds like interesting. I'll read it now.
Yeah, I really wish that there was like more people could do for like tags and stuff. Like maybe there's just like a better way for people to do tags. Because sometimes I'm like, I would really want a fic that has this, and this, and then it's like. Not
very
possible.
Specific.
Yeah.
You just have to stumble across these things.
I just have to get lucky, I guess. Yeah.
Get lucky. Yeah. That's what these recommendations are for, y'all.
That is true. We're here to be your filter, so that when you guys go look for fanfics, you only read
giving
the good
all
stuff.
The good stuff. Yeah, all the quality ones.
Yeah. None of the stuff that makes you feel like a 12-year-old wrote it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are just get deleted from my brain immediately.
I'm like, no, I can't read this.
No, thank you. None of this.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Oof, okay. All right. So this is the part of our podcast in which we talk about our Patreon and we read through some activity that's been happening on Patreon, whether that be new patrons, because I'm just seeing there's like a bunch of new patrons.
Oh my God, we got new patrons. Thank you for supporting us.
It helps so much. Right now we're at 16 patrons. If we hit 25 patrons, I wanted to actually hire somebody to edit our podcast. But at the same time, I'm like, do we just want to put that money in our pocket and spend it on BL? I mean, like, yeah.
I feel like we can better use that money. It's fun.
Yeah.
We can change that goal to something else.
Yeah, like travel to Asia and go to all the cafes.
That's a great goal.
Dude, I want to go back to Korea for Worlds and then jump around to Taiwan and then like maybe Malaysia or Singapore or something.
Oh yeah, I've always wanted to go to Malaysia. That'd be really fun.
The cosplayers there are so nice. So it was really nice to meet people. Okay, so let's see. We have Kate left a comment on the episode 47 bottom show. She says that she's running to AO3 to read Jenny's rec and she's gonna report
the
after
zombie
she's
one?
ready. Is it the bottom show one? I mean, look, which one was
I hope you're reading the zombie fic, Kate.
47 bottom show. Inception. It's
the bottom of the show one or the edge of night off topic? Because they're both on episode 47.
It's the bottom show one.
Oh God, we're talking about... Okay, so you're talking about the Xie Lian dream one. Okay, read it. Read it, Kate Payne. Read it. It's really good, Kate. It's really good.
The title is Inception Insemination. So I just hope that
Yeah, by
flowers your
Truffle
brain.
Hargao.
You just think about what
So
that.
it's a heavenly official blessing. If you want to know more about my description of the fig, you can go subscribe to the Patreon because it's a spicy one. That one is E for explicit.
Yes, we have a bottom show that we record after each episode, and it is just us talking about the smut that we read.
It's all our smut recs. Like all our like bottom or off topics are like PG or like PG-13, and I save all the explicit, smutty, mature ones for bottom of the show.
Super smutty. It's great. It's great.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then we also like to thank our C1 tier, which I'm gonna open up right now.
Yes, same.
Filter.
Thank you for being our top tier patrons. You guys really help make this show run smoothly.
Yes. Okay. So, and thank you, Owl.
Thank you, FazeBoy23.
Thank you, Kita.
Thank you, Kate.
Thank you, George.
And thank you, Rob. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
And if you don't follow us on Patreon, then you can follow us for free on Twitter, where we retweet art and talk about some other stuff. Fanfics, for sure. And kind of keep you up to date with what's going on with some of the Danmei stuff out there. Because that's mostly what we consume is lots of Danmei.
It's Danmei content. I don't know the last time I watched an anime because it's just been Danmei in my brain 24/7.
Bro.
Oh my god, I haven't seen a single anime. I watched a K-drama. I watched the Glory. But besides the Glory and reading Danmei, it's just my brain empty.
I started and finished Till the End of the Moon.
Oh yes, I still need to read.
So good, bro. It's so good. It's so good.
I know it's on the list. Don't worry. I really want to watch it. The desire is there. The desire is there.
It looks so good. It's hetero, but it is wuxia, so it's gorgeous. All the outfits are gorgeous, beautiful. And the pain.
The outfits.
The main guy
the plot
suffers so much, and that's the actor that plays Chuaning in the unreleased Immortal Urha drama. So
there was some illegally released behind the scenes footage from the Heaven's Official Blessing live action. So they're still working on it. They're still working on it. It's the gambling. It's the scene where they're on the ox cart and they're shaking the thing to see which way to go.
I saw that.
You saw that one? Yeah. Cute. I was
and they matched it up with the anime, and it was perfectly matched.
Yeah, it was perfect. Yeah.
It was really cute.
Well, and wait, was there more? I forget. Is there more we add to the end of this?
Nope.
That's it, right?
That's it.
And as Pei Ming said, rather than love me, why don't you go love yourself? Wise words.
Exactly.
From a weird man.
All right, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Well, stick around because we're going to be recording next episode now.
Next episode. Okay, so I'm going to stop this recording. Boom. And then I will start the new recording for Zencaster. Let me click on the link. Give me 1 sec.
Okay. I heard Oshinoko is good. That's if I'm gonna watch any anime, it's gonna be that one. I heard so many good things about it.
It's so good, bro. I heard I watched the first episode. It really fucked me up.
Okay. I also heard their manga is just as good. So I'm wondering if I should read the manga.
Most people said that they started from the manga, but the anime's animation is really good. Okay, so this is episode 49, right?
Okay, if the animation is really good, then I'll probably just watch the anime. Okay, episode 49.
Let me send you the link.
Okay, so we're gonna open a new YouTube.
Oh yeah, I have to do that. All right, so for the rest of chat, you guys who are watching on YouTube, I'm just gonna stop the stream real quick and restart it. So you just have to go back to our page or refresh, or I don't know what you have to do.